welcome to Your Choice 2024 primary election coverage on HOMTV. I'm your host, Danisha McDowell. Joining me for this candidate interview is Angela Demas, Democratic candidate for Meridian Township Clerk. Angela, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Denise.
Of course. At this time, if you may briefly introduce yourself to the viewing audience.
Yes. So my name is Angela Demas. I'm running as a Democratic candidate for Meridian Township Clerk. I'm running as a pro-democracy, pro-choice Democratic candidate. I care about protecting our democracy and protecting the right to vote.
Thank you so much. Each Meridian Township Clerk candidate will be asked a standard list of questions. Starting with question number 1. Please explain how your education and professional background make you an ideal candidate for Meridian Township Clerk.
Yeah, well, I'm a long-term Meridian Township resident. I grew up here with my mom, my dad, and my brother. Moved here when I was 10, and I care very much about investing in our community, and I care deeply about my family. I've seen the ways that Meridian Township has changed and grown over the years. I went to Okemos Public Schools and I graduated from Okemos High School in 2020. From there, I attended Michigan State University and I graduated with honors early in 2023. From there, I was the press secretary for Curtis Hertel's congressional campaign, where I led the communications team and gave out roles and responsibilities on projects that I worked to create. Yeah, and right now I'm an election specialist for Delhi Township's clerk office for Clerk Evan Hope. And right now we are gathering election inspectors and preparing for the upcoming August and November elections.
Can you share a personal story or experience that highlights your commitment to public service?
Well, in 2023, there was the MSU shooting, and I was minutes away from Berkey Hall, where the shooting took place. I didn't know if my friends, my classmates, my teachers, if they were okay, even days after the shooting. And it was a very hard time for people in our community, people here in Meridian Township who are impacted by the MSU shooting as well. And so it was so important for us to come together as a community. And, I wanted to take the time to stand up for what's right and to advocate for gun safety, which is why a week later, I decided to give a speech at the Capitol for a March for Our Lives protest and talk with lawmakers, some of which listened to our stories and got things done, such as Representative Julie Brixey. And I think that is so important. And I always wanted to run for office, get involved in public service, but I think now I have a lot to bring to the community to help advocate and help people in our community. And so, I, as Meridian Township Clerk, I would have the power to help people each and every day, and that's why I decided to run.
What steps do you think the township should take to enhance diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workforce to effectively represent the diverse makeup of the community?
Well, I'm someone that believes representation absolutely matters. And I think it matters that I'm a young gay woman who's running for this position. I think that we need to bring a new perspective to the board and reflect the diversity that we see here in our community. And I have a long track record of implementing inclusive policies as a representative for the MSU student government, where we worked with communities all across the board, communities that we see here in Meridian Township. And I think it's so important to work well with one another to benefit people in the community.
What goals would you like to see the township accomplish in the next 5 years?
Yeah, well, my goal in 5 years is for Meridian Township to have the best run elections in Ingham County. And so that goes into my plan to help improve Meridian Township's elections. What I will do on day one is review the election process with staff to look for ways that we can improve elections in the clerk's office, like administering elections, and seeing what we can do to help people in the community. The next thing I've talked about previously is democracy classes, holding monthly democracy classes for people to understand more about the election process, to answer people's questions, especially after they vote, what happens afterwards, and providing that helpful information for people. And then lastly, going to our local high schools and pre-registering and registering eligible voters so that people can get involved in the election process early. Yeah, and going from there, within 5 years, my goal would be that our police and fire departments are fully staffed and just making sure that public safety is a priority because that's so important in Meridian Township.
Thank you so much. With a few minutes remaining, we would like you to provide a closing statement to our viewing audience.
Yeah, so I want to say that I may be young, but I believe in the timeless values of hard work and pride in our community that I see each and every day. In Meridian Township, as your Meridian Township clerk, I promise to work each and every day to ensure that we have free, fair, and safe elections. I will protect our poll workers who have been subjected to threats. I will fight against local election disinformation, and I will increase transparency in the election process. As your township clerk, I will ensure that elections are run efficiently, and I will make sure voters have all the information they need about registering to vote, in-person early voting, no reason absentee voting, and more. The people that you trust me. And that's why I'm so proud that I've gotten the endorsements of our dedicated Democratic leaders, including AM County Clerk Barb Byram, former Senator Curtis Hertel, our State Senator Sam Singh, Senator Paul Voino, Representative Julie Brixey, Representative Kara Hope, and the Delhi Township Clerk Evan Hope. Yeah, but most importantly, I want to earn your trust. That's why I'm going door to door, talking to people in the community, talking about my plans to protect our democracy and listening to your ideas. Because leadership begins with listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, Angela.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this candidate interview with Angela Demas, Democratic candidate for Meridian Township Clerk. I'm your host, Anisha McDowell. Thank you for watching.